Hey everyone, it is G with Aroma G's Botanica, and it's time to do some more of those free tarot card readings. Yesterday we migrated over to exclusively on YouTube. So for anyone watching, just join us Monday through Friday, and we do these free readings for about 20, 25, 30, sometimes 30 minutes long. They're one card readings, and yeah, we just answer questions. So let's see what the theme of today is. Do a little shuffling. What have we got going on today? It is the Ace of Pentacles. So it looks like a little bit of luck is going to fall in your lap today. So it'll come quite unexpectedly, or it may be something you've been waiting for and you don't know when it's going to hit. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Leanne. So yeah, a little bit of luck's going to happen today. Hopefully that applies to everyone. Sometimes when we get like something like 10 of Swords, we're like, hopefully this doesn't apply to everyone. So, but when we get the one that says luck, sure, we'll all take it. It's a little brighter in here today. I'll let the overhead lights on as well as the light in front of me. You see my little bit of a mess back here. This is my office. I keep collecting more and more lucky cats. Little ones that are waving from all over the place. I got big ones, little ones. Here's a little white one. I have some black ones. I like the little black lucky cats. Yeah, they're just all over the office. But I have them at home all over the place. I love lucky cats. Bond girl, I'd love a general message, please. Oh, good. Sarah says, I feel such a great energy today. Bond girl, we pulled this card for you yesterday about something. It is the Lover's card. So, that can mean partnerships, connecting with someone else. Some people consider this to be matters of the heart, whether it be love or health. So yeah, it's like I consider this, I consider the Two of Cups more of the Lover's card than the Lover's card, which is really about partnership. Let's see, Leanne would also love a general message. Four Swords, Leanne. So it's time to sort of lay low for a while, let not stagnate, but let whatever it is you've been thinking about kind of stew for a while. You may have had an idea going over in your head. So it's time to sit back and just think about it quite a bit. Or it could also be a time of needing to lay low. So one or the other, it's a time of not really taking a lot of action. I do want to show you guys something new we're doing. A lot of people have asked us, they're like, hey, you're doing these free readings. How can we tip you? Well, we're happy to do these free readings, but we wanted to show you something new that we've got. Right. If you look on where you would normally place a comment on YouTube, you will see there are some super chat buttons. There is one where you can actually make a super sticker, which means you want to put a certain emoji in the room. Beside that, it looks like a little dollar bill, and that is called a super chat. And there's also a super thanks, which people have sent us before. But this is something new we're going to try. And here is super chats. It actually lets you can use it to tip or whatever, but we're going to use it for in a different way. So anyone who does a super chat at the green level, which is between $5 and $9.99, we're not going to pull just one card for you. We're going to pull 3. So you can actually see, we're going to pull it as past, present, and future. So you'll get more of a reading that way. So anyone who does the green level super chat gets one of those. And when our 20 minutes are up, usually we sign off, but we're going to play with the super chats here a little bit. So anyone who does any super chat, even if it's just $1, we'll keep reading for a while. So the chat won't end. But for now, we are still doing them all completely free, but it is there if you want it. If you want a 3-card reading, just get a super chat at the green level and we'll go a little bit deeper. M Lady got a super sticker. Let's see that. Cool. She's wanting a 3-card level. I'm going to go to that one. And, I don't know, is that different than a super chat? This is all new. Super sticker. I thought the stickers, but we're going to treat that as a 3-card reading. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to make sure I get everyone. M Lady, let me go up and find your question. Will I get a job interview for my dream job soon? Let's see if I can show that. Okay, let's give this a good shuffle. We're going to pull 3 cards. I'm going to cut the deck. Will you get your dream job soon? First is the Page of Swords. And this says there's a little bit more investigating you need to do about what's involved in this dream job. There's some things you need to look into, things maybe you haven't thought of before. This would be your first card. It would be the pass card, meaning maybe you've already done all this investigating. Or it could actually say maybe you haven't done enough. So make sure to look into all the aspects of what you're wanting to do. And that could be, do you have enough education? Is there anything else you need to learn? Have you looked into the money in it? Or have you only looked at the positive things and not the downsides? Present would be Nine of Pentacles. So that would be, you're on the edge. You're on the very precipice of getting what you want to do. The Pentacles, of course, is money, abundance. All the knights, if you'll notice in their artwork, are on the edge of riding into town. They're not quite there yet, but they're just on the edge. And the future card is the Moon card. So the Moon card to me it's the unknown. It can be mystery. It can sometimes have occult messages, but mainly if you look at the dog, and I think that's a fox with the dog. I think it's a wolf. I've never really looked into that. What are they? They're not both dogs. Maybe they are. Maybe Pamela Coleman Smith was having an off day drawing a dog at that time. But what they're barking at is what they can't see in the background. They can only see beyond a certain part. It's sort of like the Hermit card does with his lamp. He can only see so far. So there is a little bit of mystery in the Moon card, some unknown factors. So yeah, it's like, do your research. You're on the edge of it, and be prepared for some unknown factors. But you're on the edge of it. It's right on the edge. Go for it. Go for it. Okay, let me go backwards, and then I'm going to go forwards. We do have another super sticker down here, but I'm going to go up to the free ones and keep going. If I've lost my place, Giselle, will there be a financial prosperity in my near future? Any messages regarding finances? Finances. I like to tell the cards what I'm asking for. Sometimes people will sit in front of me and they're like, I just want a general reading. And I'm like, if you really do have a question, tell me. You don't have to give me details, but give me a theme. Because I like to tell the cards, hey, Tell this person about finance. Tell this person about love. Um, and then what often happens is they booked a 15-minute reading. 13 minutes into it, we've been talking about their finances, and they're like, I wanted to know about this guy. I'm like, what did I ask you when we sat down? And then the timer goes off. Reading is over. Giselle, finances. It's Five of Swords. Swords can be double-edged. I always see this card as someone who has won the battle, but they drove everyone off in the process. How would this apply to your question, which would be, will there be any financial prosperity in my near future? I would say it leans more towards yes, but be careful of how you get it. And let's just say if you had to step on anyone to get there, or, you know, it may not be a big power corporate move. It could be it could be ignoring the people in your life to get to a certain level. So just remember, success also sometimes has consequences we don't expect. But I think the answer to your question is yes. Sarah, also a reading on incoming money opportunities. What's the sun card? So I've said this one many times. To me, this either means a bright, happy future or something is going to shine some light and give you some guidance very soon. I think yours is leaning more towards that, where opportunities will present themselves. And it's sort of like the clouds are rolling in right now. You can't really see what's going on, but very soon the clouds are going to roll away and some opportunity is just going to jump out. Let's see. Hello. Will Derek want us to move in together and be together, or am I just wasting my time? What is it, Derek? Come on. What's going to happen here? Derek, what's your plans? What's your plans? Does Derek want them to move in together? Now he's thinking about it. He is thinking about it. Here, this card has popped up again. Part of it could be a financial thing. Sort of hesitant as to how things would actually work. How are you two together financially right now? I mean, are you splitting things? Does he think that all of a sudden maybe you'll stop working if you move in together? Or vice versa? Maybe he'll stop working and then you'll be a creek. Um, it's something to deal with finances. It's not personal, it's not relationship oriented, it's something to do with your finances or a sense of security. Laura, I'm just curious about what Andy thought of our conversation today. What did Andy think of your conversation today? I'm getting that he thinks the signal was not clear. You should switch from Android to iPhone. Now, let's see. What did Andy think of your conversation? Somehow he wanted to put an end to that conversation. So I don't think he thought much of it. It was almost, did he exhibit this weird body posture when you were talking? Did he cross his arms? Did he turn his feet away from you while you were having this conversation, or was it on the phone? Or did he make an excuse to get off the phone? It doesn't show he really liked that conversation too much. Oh, I still have M ladies. There we go. Yes, thank you, M lady, for your super chat. Lady V brought that up. Diamond Hobbit, and then I'm coming up to Audrey. Can I get a card pull for me today? Diamond Hobbit, whatever you're thinking about doing today, just take your time, really think about it. sort of temperance is sort of a testing the waters card. Should I do this? Should I not do this? It's about just don't jump into the deep end. Feel out the situation of whatever it is you're thinking about. Now we have Audrey. Audrey, do you actually have a question, or was that just an act of generosity? Let me see if I can come down here and find it. Here it is.
The super chat folks wrote their questions in the chat, not inside the super chat.
Right. Lady B came in to help me with where are the super chat folks chats. So here they are down in the chat. So Audrey, will my daughter shine at the new dance studio with the changes of new people and school this year? And do the owners of my daughter's new dance studio practice metaphysics? So for a two-part, will she shine at the new dance studio with the changes of new people in school? And are the owners a little woo-woo like the rest of us in this room? Some of us are a lot woo-woo. Let's see. Instead of past, present, future, because it's multi-parts, I'm going to take the cards a little differently to answer both parts of the question. Will she shine? Yes. It'll be a little bit bumpy in the beginning. It'll feel like she doesn't fit in. And then all of a sudden it just happens. It just falls into place. Everything falls into place. And everything becomes good. But in the beginning, it may be a little bit bumpy. Are the owners of the studio, do they practice metaphysics? The Hierophant, which is, you can see normally, traditionally, it is the Pope that is listed on here, but it is about, it can be about the occult. It can be about turning to a higher authority. It can be someone in charge. I think they lean towards that way, but that doesn't mean they are like, that doesn't mean they're like Wiccan or buying a bunch of hoodoo oils or casting spells in the basement or whatever. They could be very mainstream, but have, let's say, tolerant thoughts or towards the metaphysical community. And all of this in the end, Seven of Pentacles shows her going to that new studio, being around the new people, and the owners of it will actually, it's like all your hard work pays off in the end. All the hard work pays off. So yeah, I don't think the recap at first things will be a little bit bumpy, then they'll fall into place. The owners have an open mind when it comes to metaphysical natures, and all your hard work's going to pay off in the end. So that's all good. That's all good. Let's see. Valerie. Do you pronounce that like Valerie or Valari? I think it's Valerie. I think your mother was just creative, right? Two people owe me. Will they pay me? Sometimes if you have to ask that question, I think the answer leans towards no. Because sometimes you would know, it's like, oh, yeah, they're going to pay me back. But if you're asking, let's see if the cards back up my instincts. Will these people pay you back? Well, it shows they will. Now, you may have to push them just a little bit. You may have to actually spread some light on the situation and say, hey, remember that money you owe me? But it leans towards yes, they will. Hello, Lolita. Sarah Barnett got a super chat. Let me find her question. Sarah, let me find your question. Sarah, did I already answer your question? Okay, bear with me. I'm scrolling. Oh, I see. You sort of tipped afterwards. But if you want to ask another question, just do it down there in the bottom, Sarah, and I will pull 3 cards if I did not. Because I think I answered you one question. So let's see. Let's go down to Kiki's asked a question. I'd love a card pull, just general direction. Let me shuffle. That's not kind of fair because I follow Kiki on Facebook, who is an excellent tarot card reader herself, has written books, and I already know your question. I don't know the details behind it, so that's good. But I know the direction you're wanting to know about. Ooh, this is very good. First card is flying across the room, justice, which, is to look at things as a judge. You have to rule with your head and not your heart. Is everything going to balance out? This, I believe, is in relation to a job, seeking another job, I think. But you have to look at it in a way that you have to take the emotion out of it. You actually have to just sit back and look at it judiciously, it's a pro and a con list. It's a pro and a con list right here. So it's making that out. And it's leading up to the star card, which to me, I always read this card as having lots and lots of options. It's similar to the way it is read on Lenormand. Some people call it a spinning your wheels card because she's drawing water out and she's spilling what she's already gathered. So, but I think it's about having lots of options, but not wasting your time on things that are not really what you want. So it's cutting out some options too. So if you can look at it from an outsider, make a pro and a con list, cut out the things that you really don't want to do, but you think you might tolerate it, it'll all turn out in your favor in the end. So I think that's the key to it too, is to trim down some of your options in a way that you can say, I want this, I don't want that, I'll tolerate this, I won't tolerate that. And it'll slim down your options. Let's see. I hope that helped. It sounded like a good answer to me. Lady V's come to give me some advice.
Sorry to interrupt. This was the question that Sarah Barnett had. I don't know.
Oh, let me see.
I went back in the chat and I can't tell if you had addressed it.
I think I did.
Okay.
I think I did. Sarah, may I get a reading on the incoming money opportunity? I think I did, but I think Sarah only answered it with one card. So let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know in the chat if you want me to go further on that. Let's see. Less general reading. I'm going to go to the Lenormand deck for a minute. See how these super chats do it? Make it where we go more than 20 minutes. You just keep my ass on here all day long. as long as you give me coffee breaks. Less general reading. Less someone is trying to deceive you. It is a snake card. So there's someone in your life that's either not telling the truth, they're going behind your back, or it could be someone at work trying to get your job. It could be something very minor. It could be somebody stealing a package off your porch pirate. but there's something deceptive going on. So be on the lookout for that. Oh, Lady V pointed out, you're like, how did she show up there? Yeah, Lady V is actually the Aroma G's social media coordinator, and her office is just right outside my office. So she's like in the other room. My office actually has these windows in it where that I usually keep curtains over, but yeah, we can actually see each other. Or not seeing each other. Sometimes you got to pull the curtains. Magic Flies, a general card reading if you can. Have some childlike enthusiasm today. Get out and do something you've never done before, or something you haven't done in a while that brings you joy. So get out and just be silly, be childlike, do something fun. Carlene, interesting name. That was actually one of the for people who are old enough, that was one of the characters in Designing Women. Charlene left and her sister Carlene came in and took her place. It'd be funny if you typed in you were named after her, but I doubt it. Will my marriage ever be the same again? Knight of Cups, possibly. Cups are about emotions. To me, this would indicate you would both just need to start fresh. Maybe wipe the slate clean if there was a problem. Do some forgiving. Get those problems out of the way and just agree to meet in the middle and start from the beginning, or at least from wherever before it went wrong. Oh, there's lots down here. Let's see if I can get to a few more. Oh, good. Kiki says totally spot on. Yes. So Kiki's going to start a pro and a con list and get rid of some options that she just finds unacceptable, or maybe just a little blah. Although, Kiki, you are not allowed to move away from Nashville again. Sarah, yes, I got the Sun card where you pull additional cards for the same question. And that question was about, I believe, finances. So you started with the Sun card. Oh, it's all good. Started with the Sun card. Then we have Two of Cups. And cups are about emotions. It's also another, like the Lovers. This can be about partnership. This is about meeting someone in the middle. It can be, most of the times, a lover, but it can be a business partner or someone helping you reach the same goal. If you have a significant other, make sure you're both on the same page about your finances. And the Fool card, which is not being afraid to start over. Maybe you took a wrong turn somewhere with your finances, or made a bad decision, or didn't say when you should have. I don't know your exact situation, but don't be afraid to start over and look at things from a different approach, from a new approach, and just say, okay, I'm gonna it's almost like studying something, and it's like, I'm gonna have a new approach to our money and my relationship with it. And from here on out, it's gonna be this way. So I think that would help you achieve your goals. I wish mine were the same way with food. That's a different story. I think we have actually come to the end of today's episode. Unless someone wants to do a quick super chat and keep me going, I think we have come to the end of today. It is Tuesday, October 24th, and we will do this again tomorrow. It's me again. I'm the reader Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Then you have Nikki Jean. Then you have Lady M. So this has been a cool time. I mean, let me know if you want me to do more of these. So let us know in comments and things what you thought of these super chat features and expanding beyond just one card to give you more information. Hey, if I had more time today, we would do a beyond super chat and say, I don't know what a Celtic cross would cost, but let me flash that back up just to show you because I was thinking super chat. You know, we're dealing with this to keep going. We're dealing with this one for a 3 card. And some of you were generous with the 10. I don't know what somebody's got to do to get in the red down here at $500. I don't think it's anything that you can do on YouTube Live, but if anyone has the answer to that question, let me know. Comments. Yeah. Thanks for yeah. Well, thank you everyone. And this has been G with Aroma G's Botanica. And we will see you again tomorrow. For now, bye-bye.